Hey guys, Fix It Tony here. Thanks for clicking on the video. So if you're clicking on this video, you probably have a similar issue to what I have. So I have a 2001 GMC Yukon XL, and this will apply for any 99 Silverado to 2002 Silverado, GMC Sierra. It also applies to the 2000 to 2002 Yukon, Yukon XL, Tahoe, Suburban, Silverado, and Sierra also. And so basically what's happening here, if you're getting a no start and you're just getting a crank and will not start, and you're getting the security light from hell, and you have this key, which is not a chip key. The chip keys are 03 or newer. There's a whole sequence to do that. There's other videos on that where you leave it in on a battery charger and you cycle it like 3 times over a 2-hour period to pain in the butt, or you can get a programmer and just use the programmer or take it to a dealer or locksmith or whatever. But this particular problem only applies to the 99 of the 2002 model with the Passlock. That's kind of a dumb Passlock. So what do I mean by a dumb Passlock? So basically what it is there's a resistor in the ignition on these, and there is an rating to that resistor that's tied to your body control module that's over here. No one ever knows what it is unless you have a very upscale OBD2 to read the module to see what kind of resistor you need to put in there in order for this problem to stop happening. What the problem is you will go start the truck and it will just crank. It won't start. And then you'll get the security light from hell. And you'll notice I still get the security light because what I did was a workaround. So basically what you're going to do is there's 2 yellow wires on the top here. You're going to tie them together and, put whatever resistor on there. It doesn't really matter. It just has to be a resistor because we're going to train this system to the module. And why is this happening? One, that resistor wears over time. The other problem is, like with me and with several other people are having issues with, especially out here in California, they're stealing these trucks like crazy. Why? Because they're super easy to steal. You can pop, and I'll show you right here what I'm talking about. You can easily pop the rod on the door here. So they pop a hole through here, use a pair of needle nose pliers and pull on it. What I recommend you do if you have one of these trucks is remove that rod. I don't have any of these on my doors anymore. I never even bothered to fix it because it's such a stupid issue and an easy way for thieves to get in your truck. This truck's been attempted to be stolen 3 times, one successfully, and each time they've absolutely annihilated my ignition. And again, this is not a chip key, so you just put a standard ignition back in here, but the problem is you'll see 2 yellow wires on the top here that go in that resistor. If that resistor is broken, you may start initially with the new ignition, but eventually you're not going to be able to start at all because your computer is not recognizing the resistor, the fact that the resistor is not in there anymore. Or if you put a different one in there, like I was saying, you put another one, you wire it in, it has to program to it. And this applies not only to when putting a new ignition in, but also when the battery dies. So when the battery dies, this whole sequence I'm going through right now, you have to do again. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And what is that? You're going to go into your vehicle, turn the ignition to the on position and off, all the way on without starting, all the way off, all the way on, all the way off. And you can do it as fast as you want. It doesn't matter. But you have to cycle the key 100 times. And, I know it sounds stupid, but I've been through this enough times to tell you it works. So if you ever run into this problem, you go in it and it's crank, 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 and you got that security light on, and you have a 99 to 02 model GM truck, 100 times, boom, 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 boom. And then after the 100th time, it starts. Sometimes you have to do it twice, but most of the time, just 100 times cycling the key on, all the way on, all the way off, all the way on, without starting again, all of a sudden it'll start working. And that what it's doing is there's a key count in the BMS that's counting the key, how many times the key's cycling before resetting and recognizing the new, rating on whatever you put on here. So whatever resistor you put on here, that's what it's going to recognize. And it will work and it won't be a problem anymore. Unless you run your battery low, and that's below like 11.5 volts, or you run it dead, then you're going to have to do this thing all over again. I know it's stupid and it's dumb, but that's just the way it is. The alternative is getting a locksmith to come out and matching the BMS to the resistor. The GM doesn't even sell these parts anymore, so good luck with that. Or buying a used ignition that has the body control module. You have the body control module and the ignition to go together. That works. But again, these are all temporary fixes. These trucks are over 20 years old, And honestly, we're seeing a lot of them start having this issue just because of wear, and some of them just because they're being stolen. So I hope this works for you. If you have any questions, comments, please put them down in the comment section. I'll get back to you. Like, subscribe, share. 99% of you guys watch my videos and don't subscribe. It would really help me a lot if you subscribe. You know, I work a full-time job. I do this on the side. And I can make more videos if you guys make it, you know, lucrative to me. So please subscribe. Have a great day.